TSUTigers.com brings you another edition of Softball Weekly. Last week the Tigers lost 3 Ohio Valley Conference games at Jacksonville State. The team has upcoming doubleheaders with Southeast Missouri State and UT Martin. Coach, kind of talk a little bit about the trip to Jacksonville State.
Just a rough weekend. I mean, we started off in a game that we let get away early in game one, and then we came back in game two and played a lot more competitively. Just couldn't get the key hit at the key time, left several runners on base. And then it was the same thing in game three, where we were in the game and it was good competitive games, and we just couldn't get the key hit at the key time to make something happen. So, we're going to continue to learn from that. I mean, I was proud of the way they competed against one of the top teams in the conference, and they're playing hard, they're working hard, they're staying loose. We're just as I told them on Sunday, we're one little thing from clicking to being able to go on a roll here, and we just got to find what that one thing is, whether it's a person or whether it's a bat, whether it's something that inspires them. But we're searching for that one thing, and we're going to continue to work to get that.
Now, in game one, you guys got behind 10-0 right away. Jasmine Matching comes in, pitches 2 scoreless innings.
Right.
Game two, you get down 4-0 right away. She comes in and pitches 4 scoreless innings. I mean,
right.
Just a terrific performance by Jasmine. Kind of tell us a little bit about how just her performance on Saturday.
Yeah, Jasmine has done a really good job. She's the kind of pitcher that gives some teams some trouble. She's able to mix between drop ball and changeups and curveballs, and she was able to get in a nice rhythm. Lindsey Burgess called a great game back there for her to be able to get into a mix. And then between Lindsey and Kate and Jocelyn, they all work really well with calling pitches even out on the field at the time and relaying them to the catcher, and we get a lot of good communication going with there. And then Mo just got in a nice run for us and held us, especially in that second game, really held them at 4-0 for a long time to be able to give us opportunities to come back, and so her performance was key for us.
Now you guys were able to, pick up about 5 hits each game.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you weren't really to string a lot of them together to do that much damage offensively. But one of the big bright spots, Danica Gleason, was 5 for 7, was 2 for 2 in game 1 and game 3. Hit 714 on the weekend out of the 9 spot.
Yeah, and that's a great one. We can turn over the bottom of the lineup and get Danica on base, and with her speed, and then be able to come back with Courtney and be able to have speed, and turn over that lineup. It really helps us. We're probably going to look to shake some things up in that lineup to get them to string it together this weekend, but not foreshadowing or anything. But Danica has been doing a great job. She's been battling through some thumb injuries and has really had to pay attention to the way she grips the bat and do some things at the bat. She even had to hit left-handed last weekend to get through while she healed up, and so she's been doing a phenomenal job and really working hard in the batting cage of keeping her swing short to the ball, and she's finding a lot of success going up through the middle of the field right now.
Now, Danica was a mid-year transfer.
Right.
And she came in, and I know early in the year you had her at the top of the batting order, and she struggled, mightily, and then moved down to the bottom half of the order. But as time gone on, have you seen the fact that maybe she has just gotten comfortable with now? She knows her teammates.
Yeah.
She's been here longer than 3 weeks, and all of a sudden I'm in a ball game type thing. I mean, is that a lot of part of her, or should I say part of her success?
I think so. I think that's part of it. I also think part that we made the transition from focusing on her being a left-hand slapper to going back to the right side, for her getting comfortable back on the right side, for her to see Division I pitching and to be able to get comfortable with that, and I think a lot of it has to do with her ability to work in practice. Several of them worked really well together. Danica is one of them that is in there. She's what I would call a proverbial gym rat. She's in there every day, hitting off the tee, keeping short to the ball. And we knew she was going to be a phenomenal athlete for us. I mean, one of the plays because it goes unnoticed, was the fact that she climbed the wall and made a valiant effort on a home run ball that was hit at Jacksonville State on Saturday. That a lot of people were caught looking at the ball, but our coaching staff was actually caught looking at Danica because she was on top of the wall, almost like Takanaka in Major League Two. So I mean, it was pretty phenomenal for her athleticism to be able to go up there and that high and to try to make that valiant effort right there. So I mean, she's a former Gatorade All-American from Maine, and you know, she just amazes us with some of her athletic moves, and then the fact that she's a former basketball player comes into play. But she's just a great athlete.
Nice Major League Two reference there, by the way. Talk to us a little bit about the upcoming weekend. You have a doubleheader with Southeast Missouri State on Friday. Now it looks like you're going to try and get it in at 11 a.m. to start the doubleheader to beat the rain. And then UT Martin comes in on Saturday. Talk a little bit about both teams and the difficulties, and I know we did it a couple weeks ago, but the difficulties of getting prepared for two different teams on 2 different days.
Yeah, this conference is really tough when doing that and going into the western side of it, and when you're playing 2 doubleheaders instead of a 3-game series, and you have to prepare for 2 different teams. At least now we'll be home and not have to travel to a different location. That works better for us this week, but we will look to get prepared for both of them. I mean, Southeast Missouri is a team that comes in with Coach Redburn. I've known him for a while when he was at Evansville. They're going to be very well coached. They're going to be very scrappy. They're going to be very, they're going to fight hard. I know they've had a couple of injuries too, and that he's trying to change the culture up there as well. And I know that they have been playing particularly well here as late. They've been getting some games. They beat Missouri State this weekend, or this week. During the week in the midweek game, so they're going to come in here with a lot of confidence and try to do some things against us. And then UT Martin is always a very tough, scrappy team that plays with a lot of energy and scores in bunches. So, and normally has very good defense and very good pitching. So we're preparing for that. We're practicing hard, and we're just going to come out and lay everything out.
All right, well, thank you very much, Coach, and good luck to you this weekend.
Thanks, and you know, we look forward for the Easter egg hunt in between games on Saturday as well, for a great way for our student athletes here at Tennessee State and for the community to be able to come together and have a great opportunity to mix together.